it. Oh no. Meet our family.
Don't you get that? Don't you get it? Sunset.
We've been living in a caravan while we build our own home here along the south coast of Western Australia. We're basically aspiring to live a more simplistic lifestyle so that we have more time for each other and all of the fun things that we enjoy doing in life. If you'd like to journey along with us, please subscribe, kick back and enjoy this episode of Somewhere Out There. Hello everyone, we are back with part 1 of our concrete bench top. You will see exactly, it's not that difficult, it's just trial and error. We both don't know much about concrete or bench tops, or it was our first time. I'm gonna just let the video roll on now. I hope you enjoy.
So that's basically the kitchen bench formwork in place. Not yet finished off, but it's pretty much just 2mm sheet fixed down to the top of the cupboards, and then 2mm piece of sheet metal bent at 90 degrees and then riveted on. I haven't put any rivets in there yet, but riveted on that overhang of the sheet metal on the bench. So then I pour my concrete in, and once it's gone off I drill those rivets out and rip that front edge off, and that creates my form edge. And then that's just like a styrofoam in the, well, there will be a piece there, but for the sink and the hot plate. So once the concrete's again gone off, I'll just basically rip that out. That leaves me with the penetration for the sink and the hot plate. Haven't seen it done before, but hopefully it works in my head, so hopefully it works in real life. So yeah, so that's just there, and then I've just got a foam, 5mm expansion foam across the back. I'll go all the way around the back and be hidden by the tiles on the splashback, and then I've got a 2mm expansion foam to put on here so you don't see so much of it. And yeah, that's about it. I'll go through and silicone all any gaps up in the, so I'll put a bead of silicone in around there, just a really nice fine bead, just to keep the moisture in there while it cures. And then hopefully, just like that, we've got a bench top.
What else did you do?
I can't give away my secrets, can I?
What? You're obviously siliconing. Is that silicone? Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's just so water and concrete don't run everywhere, yes?
Yeah.
And then the foam obviously is the cutouts. So that's the sink. And then that's obviously the cooktop. And these are riveted on, I think you've already mentioned that. And what's this black stuff?
No, it's just bitumen paint to, shouldn't rust, but that's just sealed any of the
okay, because this is obviously staying on here, this bit, and then this bit will come off. But then the concrete will just sit on this forever and ever and ever. So tonight you've just like prepped the sink and the tap hole. You've put all this, is this foam?
That's expansion foam.
Expansion foam around the back, siliconed, drilled some holes and put some screws in, siliconed all those. There's a fair bit to it really, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it's all watertight.
Yeah, that would be an ideal situation. I really hope it is.
If it's not, we're in trouble.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's going to be great. Dane is sorting out the mesh. And I believe he needs to cut some chairs. These little guys. Just out of conduit. And they sit in the slab like that and hold the mesh in place. So a bunch of those to cut up. So these are the chairs I was talking about. A screw to hold the mesh in place.
Yes, and also give something for the concrete to key into.
Key into? What does key into mean?
So it can't slide off the. Otherwise, it's just basically the weight of the concrete and whatever grip it's got on those little screws holding it in place.
On the actual steel, this part. Yeah. So this is anchoring the actual concrete to the steel, yes?
Yeah.
Ta-da! You're going to lose your little cement pile soon. What a shame.
About 322.
322? 322 sounds a bit familiar. Is that pretty standard concrete?
321.
321. So you've got more cement in here? Okay. So that there's more fines, or?
It's you get a harder surface, supposedly.
Okay. And you just...
So I think there's an art to...
You just researched that, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just hoping for the best. There's lots of contradicting information out there. So.
Yeah.
Going off what little experience I have dealing with concrete. Probably a little bit too wet.
Okay.
But not too bad. Still holding its form, so that's all that really matters.
How's the consistency? Does it seem
Not
wet?
bad.
Or it's alright?
That's good. I think from what I've read, you're meant to have it drier than this is definitely drier than what you usually have concrete.
Sure.
But from what I've read.
And the wetter concrete is the weaker, is that right? As well?
To an extent.
Okay.
There's a whole science behind making concrete. That's just to settle it over the chairs.
Yep.
This chance of getting air bubbles. Stuck in the chairs.
Kind of looks delicious.
You trying to eat it if you want.
No, thank you.
Not hardening up.
I can't believe we're doing this. Well, I guess you can go... Well, can you go back? Like, if this doesn't work...
Oh, I can rip it off.
Okay. Like, that is still a possibility. Can rip it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the sand and the aggregate was $180 for all of the bench tops. And how much was the cement?
$140.
$140. The mesh, how much was the mesh?
$100.
Okay, so even including the steel and everything, our bench tops have worked out to be, you know, not much over $1,000, which is what you said it was going to be, about $1,000 to do all of them.
Exactly the most conventional concrete in practice.
No, but that's okay. And I mean, even to do a bench top, like normally people, when people do concrete bench tops, it's, I think predominantly people form up some formwork, then pour it and then flip it over so that the really smooth underside is the top of the bench, kind of like what we did for our test slab. But we didn't want to do it in too many sections and we didn't want to risk having to flip it over, so we went for this method instead, hoping that it's going to pay off. Looks really good, love. Already. You definitely seem to have enough on there, don't you?
I got enough.
And the steel's not bending out, not bowing out, which is good.
Yeah, I didn't even do that. I didn't brace that.
You were going to brace it.
That's all about it.
It looks pretty, like, doesn't look like it's moved at all.
Oh, it won't move. If it did move, it's not going to move much, but it might be enough to put a bow in it.
Doesn't look like it's bowed. Yeah, it feels very strong. Put that up. Looks so good. So it's had one screed and one hit with the vibrations using the homemade device. But I think you'll do it quite a few more times, won't you?
Oh, probably just once more.
Once more? Okay. And then we'll check back in soon.
Vibrate.
Oh, that's right. If you vibrate it too much, all the aggregate sinks to the bottom and that's not good, right?
Yep.
Got it. All right, we'll check back in soon. All right, it's been a few hours. This has been floated. I think that's the right word. I cannot wait to take this off and see what it looks like. I'm intrigued to see if there's going to be a lot of air bubbles in the side here. It is the next morning. This has just had a little spritz of water. But, oh, it looks so good. It just looks amazing. Dane's about to take the sides off, so we're gonna see. Oh, a moment of truth. See if it's hopefully it's not too bubbly anyway. I think that's probably your biggest concern, yes?
Yeah, I hope it releases well from the steels.
True. So these were just rivets, weren't they? Every, what is that, 200?
Yeah, about that.
Doesn't really matter if this part gets a bit damaged because that gets shaved off. Obviously we don't want to damage it too much, but...
You gotta basically break the seal.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
A few holes.
That looks amazing.
Too many holes.
No, it looks great, babe.
It's bonded to the...
I see, to that a little bit. Oh, can we just like... Oh no, you probably won't want to do that.
I'll have to just fill it with grout.
Fill it or grind it back so it's exposed? Like the edge?
They could, but there'll be more bubbles.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I need to make the mix wetter.
A bit wetter?
Yeah.
Yep. It's the next day and the bench top looks amazing. There's no other way to put it. It's really smooth. It's got a really nice, like, burnished finish, which is what we wanted. And it's very white compared to the floor. But we do have a matte white basin, so it will probably look a bit more grey next to the basin, but it just looks amazing. Really, really good. Foam came out okay. Steel came off okay. Dane's not stoked with the bubbles, but I mean, there's hardly any and it just looks great. So this one will be next. Getting ready to pour the kitchen bench top, and this one looks massive compared to the little ones we've just done in the bathroom. So is that why we have this extra? What is this?
It's because it's got a thin strip of concrete
Aha. And what is that? Just another bit of steel?
Rio. Yeah.
Rio, okay. Piece of Rio in here because this is so skinny. And so do you do one up the back as well?
I don't need to because I can get 2 runs of...
Oh, of mesh there. Got it. So because... Oh, you've got no mesh in here at all. I see. Guys, I'm a bit tired. 3 nights in a row. So mesh, tied it all together with wire. Yes?
All the joins are tied with wire.
Yep.
As you do.
And then you'll put all the chairs in once it's all finished being tied together. Yeah, this one's 50 mil thick compared to the bathroom, which is only 40 mil. So a lot more concrete going to this bad boy tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Good morning. It is the next day. Dane stayed up putting this cardboard down, and he put plastic on all of the cabinets this time, which we did have for the bathroom one, but we just forgot to use it. Alright, we are mixing for the big slab. So Dane's just put some oxide in there with some water. Okay, 14.
You have to help me count so I don't lose count.
10 aggregate, 11 cement. Is this the biggest batch yet?
Yep.
And you have to do 2 of these?
Yep.
just put the first layer in, the first batch. And I must have done it a little bit too thick because we were short that much.
I don't know if this is the way you meant to do it with concrete washing.
Yeah. We are only doing it this way. Sorry, I'm really sweaty. That was very hard work. We are only doing it this way because we have to mix in 2 batches. We didn't want to do like half of the bench in one batch and then the other half of the bench in another batch, because if they were even slightly different in colour, it might be noticeable. So we've done it, the bottom half one mix, the second batch will be the top half. So that could be really wrong. We don't really know. We just thought it was the best way to go about it. Dane's got the other batch mixed and we're about to chuck that straight on top. I've only just finished this, so it's green as. We'll see how we go. Second batch going on now.
Too wet.
Definitely too wet. What does that like really mean though?
And then weak concrete.
Yep. Definitely.
I don't know how wet's too wet.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it looks okay. It doesn't look that much different to the other ones you've done. Does less wet also mean, does more wet also mean less air potentially though?
well, there is some air in concrete.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, basically from everything I've read online, it just says benchtop mix, you want to mix as dry as you can.
Right.
I guess that's the strongest.
Yeah.
I presume.
Yeah, that's quite wet, isn't it?
Oh, that's just settlement water.
Okay.
That's because it's been pushed right out to the edge.
The bench is bigger than what I thought it was. In my head, I've always thought I don't have much bench space, but putting concrete into it makes it feel like it's huge. Not too wet. Do you want me to hold that up?